Hey guys, WCU Cougar X working on the front bumper today with the Forester XT. And our focus today, well, there's a lot of different focuses, but this focus that we have right now is going to be on adding a tow strap to the passenger side of the car, right in about this vicinity. So we'll show you what we came up with. All right, so another little thing I thought of kind of after the fact. Since we have that lower lip going on, the tow point for the Forester is way back there. Yes, there is one over here on the driver's side as well, but that's pretty much just for a tie down. So if you were in the ditch, that tow point I'd say is about 2 feet back from the front bumper is what you want to hook onto in order to get the car out. Now, that's all fun and dandy if you have the stock front bumper on, but since we're bringing it down lower, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get to. So, the remedy for that is to incorporate, in my case, a tow strap of some sort. So, in order to do that, we are going to have to drill a hole through the bumper here. And the attachment point is underneath this foam. I haven't figured out if I'm going to do this guy here or this guy here, but it seems like this would be a lot sturdier option to use this. Yeah, so anyways, we're going to have to brainstorm that. Now, as far as the tow strap we're going to use the tried and true Sparco. The price of these are all over the board. I've seen these as much as 40 bucks for this exact strap, all the way down to 10 bucks, which is what I paid for this guy here. And let's just take it out of the package. You kind of got to start. I was trying to find a bolt for it, but there you have it. So this will give us ample length, hopefully, to bring it through that styrofoam on through the bumper. Now, a consideration we do have to make is, depending on if this car ever does go in the ditch, the pull angle, I mean, that can really kind of destroy the bumper. So that's something we're going to have to strategically place this as far forward as we possibly can. But if we're in the ditch, chances are the bumpers are going to be all hashed up anyway. So I guess maybe that's just a moot point. Also, another consideration is maybe once I do get this mounted, being red, as you know, red is really prone to UV light. Maybe I can get some kind of a UV blocking spray, or maybe keep this covered with something so it kind of retains its red color. Because after probably about a couple months, this will probably turn white, which would be just fine. But I don't know. Presentation's sake, I think I want it as red as I can. So there's the part number, and that's what we're going to install. I did secure some hardware as far as a bolt goes in the garage. I'm going to see if that works, and yeah, we'll get back to you. All right, so as far as mounting it, the plan of attack is I want to be on this side between here and here. So somewhere in between here, as far as the mounting point goes. So about here to here. And what my plans are is to drill through here and then all the way through to the back side. So let's get the tape measure out and see what we're looking at for a bolt here. So minimum, let's get here. We're looking at 3.5 inch long, as far as, so probably about 4 inches. And we just so happened, went to the garage and found one. Make sure it's a high enough grade to be able to deal with what you're wanting to do. So obviously that's going to be long enough, but I'm going to mount it this way. So why am I doing it this way? Well, it's got this beautiful Obviously this is the crash bar. I don't want to drill into this, but I have no other options at this point. So I'm going to drill through here and then drill through the back side, and then just use as a template or use as the mounting surface. If you notice in there, look at the bracing in there, so I think it should be ample as far as strength goes in order to use it to tow out with. So all right, we'll get to drilling and get things mounted up, and we'll see what it looks like. Then another consideration when putting your bolt through is what's going to be the exit point. You want to make sure you don't hit that bracket. And like I said, I repositioned the tape, so if I go straight through here, it's going to be good to go. There's not going to be anything in the way as far as mounting the nut on the other end. So yeah, we're going to go about right here, dead center. All right, so we got our hole drilled. Went ahead and put the bolt head in here because you're going to have to cut some of the styrofoam. And as you can see right there, so basically I put the bolt in, took the styrofoam piece up, placed it on there, and just hit it a couple times, and it made an impression in the styrofoam here, which so we'll use a razor blade or whatever to kind of cut that away. But we also need to take in consideration the bracket too. So we're going to have to mount the bracket. So obviously we want Sparco to kind of shine. If not, if we didn't care about that, then we can just put it upside down and have it just like that. But I don't know, I think it looks kind of cool. So what we're gonna have to do is kind of mock up the bracket. Actually, we don't need to mock it up because since we have the impression of our bolt here, we can go ahead and just superimpose this right over there and then make the cuts right here in the styrofoam. And then obviously we're going to have to cut all the way through this for the strap to go through here as well. So we'll get working on that. We went ahead and made our modifications to the crash bar foam here, like so. Essentially, because we have that little divot from our bolt head, we know exactly where it's going to sit. And there's a combination for the bracket, and then for the strap to go through. Now we just need to put a little slit in the bumper. What I'm going to go ahead and do is put this assembly up to the car, get this bolt mounted, and so we can figure out as far as height off the ground where we need to make our slit in our bumper. Of course, I will show you. Okay, so we had to do a little bit of trimming on this foam piece here, right here for the crash bar, to make sure that it fits nice and flush, because if it doesn't, I'm not sure if it would cause the bumper to kind of protrude out, so I wanted to make it as flush as possible. So now that I have that there, as you can see, the strap feeds through no problem. Oh gosh, already getting all dirty. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and mark it. So we can transfer the markings over to the front bumper so we can make our cuts. This is definitely one of those measure twice, cut once type of situations that we want to do. So measuring from the ground upward, the upper part of the strap looks like it's around 22.5 inches. So we will kind of make our cuts from there on down to 22.25. So probably about a 1/4 inch slit for now, and kind of see how that works out. Now, there really isn't anywhere that I can mark on the bumper for my my vertical. So what I thought I would do is just use this level here and mark the ground, and then when I have it set up, I will mark the ground. Okay, that's about right. So I'll go ahead and mark the ground right there, and transfer those markings over the bumper and start making my cuts. All right, there you have it. Perfection. Hopefully that helped somebody out. All right, well, that will conclude the Sparco Tow Strap installation on the SG Forester XT. All right, WSU Cougar X out.